If you want to seduce a man, you need to make him feel like a man. And how he feels around you will determine his next moves. So if he feels like an alpha dog around you, he will want more of you. And that's actually when you start to seduce him. Make him feel like a man. There is nothing wrong with embracing your feminine side. If you want to seduce a guy, you need to be in your feminine energy. You can't be hoping to seduce a guy and you are in your masculine energy. Nah, baby, it's not going to work. Are you serious? It's not going to work. Ladies, if I'm lying, have you given yourself to a man wholeheartedly, easy, no stress, you never played hard to get, but at the end of the day, he dumps you and gets another girl out there who is practically bitchy and unkind to him? It's just how the mind of a man works. They're chasers. They're born hunters. You've got to give them something to hunt. If not, they would lose the thrill. It is what it is. Listen, if you want a guy to desire you and lust for you, then here is how to seduce a man who isn't yours yet. Use the right seduction techniques and you would have him smitten by you. I will be giving you over 30 secrets to seduce a man who is not yet yours and get him hooked hard. Listen, you can do it, because seducing a man is an art and one that's thoroughly enjoyable. And honestly, just watching a man feel flustered and awkward because of the sexual tension that you've created is a rush that few things can give a girl. So without waste of time, this is how you go about it. Number one, walk your eye contact. It doesn't matter where you are or who you're with. When you learn how to use eye contact, you can get any guy anywhere in a room to constantly sneak glances at you like he doesn't have a choice. Now, you don't want him to think that you're attracted to him. So don't overdo this, all right? Don't overdo the little staring games. Just look at him and lock eyes for a second, but always look away just as quickly. By doing that, he will never be sure if you're even staring at him or you're interested in him. And yet, he will start to get more and more curious about you. Number two, let him see your best side. If you do not think you're sexy, start believing in yourself. If you want to become a seductress, of course, of all things human, you need to feel like one. And when you do, you'll be able to perfect these moves and put it to maximum use. And most definitely, you need to know this, that it's not the most physically attractive girl in the room who can arouse every guy. It's the girl who oozes sexuality and confidence that does that. So feel great about yourself. Fall in love with who you are. You can fake it for a while, but unless you are absolutely in love with who you are, inside out, your insecurities will show and you will lose just a bit of the edge in your oral seductiveness. You need to be confident and love yourself. This is the only way you get the respect and recognition you deserve. Number three, don't think about the future. When you start fantasizing about your future together with a guy you intend to seduce, that's when the trouble begins. Just dreaming up your future with him is going to throw you off your game, and you will also ignore the red flags. Don't do that. Just be present in the moment and focus on your interaction with him. No future thoughts, no matter what, okay? And then number four, pay attention to the things beyond looks. Everyone thinks seduction is about looking hot and sexy. But if you want to know how to seduce a guy, you need to remember that attractiveness is subjective. And that's why confidence is so important. But seduction is also about the vibe that you give to other people. What kind of person are you? Are you fun? Are you mysterious? You need to know what your vibe is and use it to your advantage. Number 5, you are not competing against others. You need to know this. If you really want to seduce a man, you need to be able to walk into the room thinking you're the hottest one in it. I'm serious. Confidence is the sexiest accessory on a woman or a man. Seduction is about highlighting the sexiest and the most seductive part of you. You're not competing against other women. No, we're not doing that. You're loving every inch of yourself and letting everyone know it or see it. You're not shy. You're confident about who you are. Number 6, you need to pay attention to your looks and assets too, regardless. So as much as seducing a guy is a mind game, your physical traits can give you an edge in making a guy desire you, at least from afar. Do you think your boobs are a flattering asset? Your bootay, your hair, your legs, or is it your hip to waist ratio? Whatever you love about yourself physically, use it and accentuate it. If there is anything that makes you sexy or makes you feel sexy at most, use it to your advantage. Just let a man admire you from afar, and you've got a head start to seducing him already. Number 7, dress your best to catch a guy's eyes. Focus on being the sexiest version of yourself. Dress in clothes that make you feel comfortable, confident, secure, and sexy. Don't try to change your style because you think that's what is in vogue or that's what he is going to like. Dress the way you want, the way that you feel confident, the way that you feel secure. Because understanding how to look hot has more to do with how you feel within and how you present yourself than throwing on a crop top and a booty shot that you're not comfortable with. It's not about wearing the sexiest or the skimpiest clothes and twirling your hair, unlike what they try to convince you in movies. No, it's far more than that. Number 8, let him know you are approachable to him. If you want to seduce a guy, of course, you just can't sit in a corner with your face staring at a wall. Show him you're interested. But that you need to be active. You need to put on a smile on your face. You need to be approachable. Remove that beach face from your face. Glance at him now and then. Don't just appear bored and give him a look of curiosity. You need to make it seem like you're interested in him, but not so interested that you appear easy. Look at him now and then, and when you catch his eyes, tuck your hair behind your ears and just look down and smile to yourself. It may seem like, a small gesture to you, but to a guy, it's a jackpot. Number 8, or rather number 9, smile and let him see you do it. Men are automatically drawn towards women who seem happier and more fun to be with. So a smiling, flirty woman is far more approachable than a woman who is just stuffy. When you're having a conversation with him, smile often. It will make you seem good-natured and happy, which will definitely draw him to you because that's what you're doing. But don't overdo it. The smiling by making it obvious that you've got a thing for him, okay? You're trying to seduce him, not to let him know that you like him. There's a difference. So when men see a genuine smile, they definitely can't help but look at you. It's contagious, all right? And it shows the fun and light side of you. So don't fake it. Don't fake your smile. People notice right away. If you act genuine or not, people notice. Either you smile like you mean it or you don't smile at all. Number 10, flirt, but subtly. Now, if you've got these first few tips that I've given to you to the T, then you can be assured of the fact that the guy that you're seducing is already attracted to you, maybe sexually or otherwise. And now is the time for you to warm him up and let him know that you are up for a bit of safe flirting now and then. So when you're having a conversation with him, flirt with him and make him want to continue the conversation with you. If his eyes already pop out in excitement, or if he's staring deep into your eyes or your lips, you're doing a great job at that. All right? It just means that you're a seductress. Kudos to you. So flirting is really a great way to build sexual tension, if that's what you're gunning for. But do this by teasing him as well. Again, you don't want to make him think that you're just going to give yourself to him. You're not an easy tease. Guys like women who are a little witty and feisty. So show him your intelligence and your wit. That will make it much more enticing and much more stayed in his heart. Number 11, make him feel like a man. If you want to seduce a man, you need to make him feel like a man, because his experience with you is purely mental, and how he feels around you will determine his next moves. So if he feels like an alpha dog around you, he will want more of you. And that's actually when you start to seduce him. Make him feel like a man. There is nothing wrong with embracing your feminine side. Okay? If you want to seduce a guy, you need to be in your feminine energy. You can't be hoping to seduce a guy and you are in your masculine energy. Nah, baby, it's not going to work. Are you serious? It's not going to work. Number 12, give him that lingering, unexpected touch here and there. So when you're having a conversation with him at lunch or anywhere, just place your fingers over his palm while emphasizing a point, or hold him by his hand as you're crossing the street. If you're sitting next to him, just allow your feet to touch his feet and pretend like you didn't even notice. Just create that circumstances to let him touch you, and he will want more. See, touch is a huge part of body language. When you like someone, what do? You touch them, you rub their arms. When you laugh, you touch their legs, their back, their hair, their hands. Your hands are all over them. So don't be scared to touch him, but don't throw your body on him. Okay? Number 13, use the other senses. Touch isn't the only way to show affection. You have other senses as well, and they're just as important. Taste, smell, sight, and sound. They're all important when it comes to seduction. So wear good perfumes, not cheap ones, good perfumes. If you have just good enough money to buy one good perfume, good. Buy good perfume that would last. And spray it. Let your smell linger on when you're far gone. Okay? Smile, whisper into his ears. He will eat all of this up when you're not around. Now, number 14. Don't throw yourself at him. Okay? If you want to know how to seduce a guy, listen, babes. Never, ever throw yourself at him or any man, or let him know that you think he's hot. By letting a guy know that you're already interested in him, he will not feel excited by any of your antics. He will just assume that you're really trying hard to get his attention, and that's not what you want. When you let a guy know that you like him, it will make him start the game of playing hard to get with you. So instead of seducing a guy, you will end up looking trashy and clingy. There's got to be a balance. So always make it look like he's the one pursuing you, even if you're laying a seduction trail for him with each step you take. Number 15, try to ignore him now and then. Every once in a while, when you feel like things are going too smoothly between the two of you, stop giving him a lot of attention and conversation. Stop giving him that conversation time. A guy will always take things easy when he feels like he's having a great time with this girl. There are no obstacles. It's just easy peasy. So at least at the beginning, don't ever let him feel like he's completely won you over. Ignore him now and then, or just play hard to get with him. It will shake up his insecurities all over again and make him woo you harder. It sounds mean, But minor game playing at the start of the dating game is something both sexes do. So you're doing nothing wrong. And most guys will come up and tell you, oh, you're just playing with fire because real men will not do this. Real men would not listen. You know what the truth is. When you give, ladies, if I'm lying, have you given yourself to a man wholeheartedly, easy, no stress, you never played hard to get, but at the end of the day, he dumps you and gets another girl out there who is practically bitchy and unkind to him. So, because I'm saying this, because the last video that is making round on this channel, never love a man too deeply. A lot of guys came up saying that, oh, this is a bad content, blah, 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 blah. You cannot be talking, you cannot expect a real man to chase a woman, blah, blah, blah. A man loves the chase game. So if he feels like he has already conquered you, he loses that excitement and he goes for a newer steam. I'm not lying about this, and you know it deep down in your heart. The women that have come easy to you, you guys take for granted. The ones that play really hard to get, you chase. You chase. I'm not lying. I would never put up content. I would never put up a content to derail women and make them do things that would jeopardize their relationships or their chances of getting into a good relationship. I'm saying something that has been experienced not just by me, but by many other women. I've had, a relationship where I made my intentions clear from the very get-go that I like this guy. And at the end of the day, was taken for granted. Sometimes you don't put your cards out there for these men. Because when you do, they already know where you stand with them. And they think that, oh, you're smitten, so you're not looking at anywhere else. There are no options here and there. And so they tend to misuse that privilege that you've given to them. Check out, when you switch the game, that's when they start running to you thinking that they've lost you to another person. It's just how the mind of a man works. They're chasers. They're born hunters. You've got to give them something to hunt. If not, they would lose the thrill. It is what it is. It is no game, but it is what it is. You come too easy, you're taken for a doormat. But if you don't, your value rises. Scarcity, value rises when there is scarcity. Nervousness and no peace. I won't say no more. I know you guys will come hitting me hard on this one again, but it's okay. I've learned to start ignoring comments that are not favorable. Number 16, a little peekaboo can be really good if you want to be a good seductress. See, the fascinating thing about being a girl is the amazing array of clothing you can pull off and look great doing it. All right. So if you want to get a guy's mind racing and you want to turn him on, the best way to do it is to use a flash of skin very discreetly. It will make him desire you a lot more because he's glanced a peek and now he wants to see a lot more of you. So wearing a short skirt, let him catch a glimpse of your thigh or a flash of your panties as you bend down to pick something up, or as you sit next to him. Just let your skirt rise to a little part of your thigh. That's if your intention is to lay with him, to get him sexually aroused to a point where you want to lay with him. You could also wear a deep neckline. You can always look away for a few seconds so that he can get enough time to stare at your cleavage like a gentleman when you're not looking at him. Have you observed that when you're talking to a guy, especially when you have a deep neckline, he tends to steal a glance at your cleavage. So for him not to look really awkward, you could just throw your face away and let him have a field day for a few seconds, and then you look at him back. It's sneaky, but almost everyone does this, even if no one talks about it. All right, number 17, don't reveal it all. Okay, we need to say this because too many girls get carried away with a flash of skin and reveal far too much, almost to the point of embarrassing the guy. Now, if you want to seduce a guy, never bear everything or wear skimpy clothes that leave little to the imagination. It draws the wrong kind of attention, and instead of being seductive, you look like an easy lay. So wear something that gives you an opportunity to give him a little peek now and then. If he's standing around you, lean forward to take your phone out of your handbag. A guy's eyes are pretty quick when it comes to sneaking boobs, braces. Always make the guy believe that he's the one sneaking glances at you, and never make it seem like you're giving him the opportunity to do so. Master this, and you will be able to seduce any guy and make him think of you sexually.